Hey everyone, it's the Tides Changing here, and welcome to episode 13 of my Let's Build series. So today we're going to get started on the interior of the house. Doing the interior is my favorite part, so I'm pretty excited to get started on it. And, after 12 episodes of focusing on the outside, I'm definitely ready to move on. And the first thing that we're doing here is just placing in the doors. And I have the move objects cheat on, so that's why they're looking a little weird, but to fix that you just delete them and then undo it, and then they come back fine. And here I'm just changing the railing to be a nice white color. So with the inside of this house, I think in the last episode I said that I wanted this apartment to be a little more young looking. So my inspiration for the furnishings in this house is kind of, the IKEA style, where you have a lot of just whites and blacks, or, either really dark or really light woods. There's not really going to be any warm type wood colors in this house. Because like I said, you don't really see a whole lot of that at IKEA. At least I don't think so. I haven't been there in a while, but the last time I went there, that was just kind of the main style. And that is, like I said, what I want for this apartment. So here I'm just making a little entertainment center kind of looking thing for the TV. Just because I feel like it'd be kind of boring to just have the TV sitting there up against the wall. And I actually recorded an entire episode of me doing the living room, but I hated how it turned out, so I just completely scrapped everything I did and started over. Because when I was doing that, I originally just had the TV kind of diagonal in that corner there, and it looked boring, and then I had the couches in the middle of the room, and it just made it look cluttered, so rather than putting out an episode with something I was unhappy with and then just going in next time and fixing it, I just started over so I would end up with something I liked a little more. And here I'm just adding some little knickknacks to that shelf. Also, I'm sorry I haven't put an episode of this out in over a week. Like I said last time, it's the end of the semester, so I've just been crazy busy this entire week, so I didn't really have time to make an episode. I did work a bit on my holiday house because I'm really hoping to have that out, Christmas Day at the latest. But I don't think there'll be another episode of this until after that, until after that video's out. But then I plan to, finish the series up as quickly as I can. I might just put out one video each day until it's done. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, back to what I'm doing here. As you can see there, I'm using the couch and chair that came with the diesel stuff. I really like that chair and couch. And why I'm using that one is because it has the pillows. And something I saw in IKEA once that I thought was kind of cool was they had this bright red couch with black and white polka dotted pillows. And I just thought that was interesting because usually when I do furnishing, I go with really neutral stuff that kind of goes easily together. I don't really do anything that's too funky. So with this house, I kind of wanted to push myself a bit and make things that, do it a little differently, use not as neutral colors. As you can see, you got the bright red couches here and then kind of polka dotted pillow. So that's definitely something different than what I normally do. And I like how it looks. And that's what I did in the, like I said, the living room arrangement that I completely scrapped. And then there I chose that coffee table from University Life and made it the same kind of white color. Since, that reminds me of something you would find at IKEA, just kind of simplistic. And here I'm just, putting some knickknacks on it. It does take me a while to do the interiors. Because this entire episode is just me doing the living room. So it took me a little bit over half an hour in real time to do the living room. And I still feel like it's not completely done, so hopefully doing the interior doesn't take too many more parts, because I do want to finish this and make the video for it. So I don't know. I might make longer episodes. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if you guys would want to watch 20-minute long episodes, but I might do that just so I can get more done in one part. So it's it's just not me doing one room per part or 1.5 rooms. But anyway, here with the assistance of the move objects cheat on, I put 2 desks together in an L shape, and that's been something that I've been doing in my houses lately, and I really like how it looks. Like, it just kind of makes the, office or computer area look a little more interesting. I definitely like how the living room is laid out now a lot more than how it was originally, because even though the couch and chair is all the way back against the wall across the TV, it does make this room look a lot more open, because really this isn't a very big living room area, and like I said, how before I had couches in the middle of the room, and it made it look so cluttered and made the room look really small. Anyway, as you can see, I just put in, nice heart-shaped rug, and now I'm just putting in some paintings up there, because with this, I'm trying to, put in more interesting things, because I have that weird fur, I don't know what exactly that rug from Supernatural is, but I have that in there, and then I have the heart-shaped rug. But anyway, now I'm putting in a bookshelf, and the only place left in this room for me to put a bookshelf is right against that railing there, so I'm trying to find a shorter one, because it would look weird to have a wall height bookshelf just right up there against the railing. The only way that would look right is if I deleted one of the railings and put a wall in there instead, which I guess actually wouldn't be a bad idea. But anyway, I was just trying to see if it would look better if I got rid of that one lamp there, since I put it in next to the chair. I thought it would look weird to have two of the same lamps in the room, which I guess it does look kind of weird. Anyway, I'm just putting in a little plant right there. And here you can start to see what, the final room is going to look like. And I'm just rearranging it, to put the chair next to the desk. Because I felt I didn't want to have, two white pieces of furniture right next to each other. Separate the colors a little bit, if that makes any sense. And I'm still playing around with the idea that, it doesn't look right to have two of the same lamps. I was trying to see about putting in a different lamp there, but I ended up just getting rid of the lamp next to the couch anyway, and just having that kind of lamp over there next to the chair, because for some reason I always like to put in lamps next to chairs that are near bookshelves, so it's kind of like a reading light. But anyway, here I'm just putting in some carpet, because originally I wanted to try having carpet, since I guess a lot of apartments have carpets in them, and now I was trying out putting some paneling behind the TV. Honestly, I kind of dread doing the wallpaper on the interiors. It's definitely my least favorite part of doing the interiors. I love putting in the furnishings, but when it gets to the part where I have to do the walls, I just, I never feel like I get the walls to look right. Like, it's so hard for me to feel like I picked the bright wallpaper. So I spend a lot of time on it, and it usually ends up being kind of frustrating for me. As you'll see coming up, I spend a lot of time trying to find the right wallpaper for this room. 'Cause first I tried, like you see, I tried this just red wallpaper, but I felt like it was too much red, and I needed something else against that back wall, because of, there were the red couches there, and it would have been too much red. So I tried a green wall, but then the green wall looked weird, like it just looked like Christmas. Which I know it's the Christmas season, but this isn't a Christmas themed house. So I was just trying to figure out what to do to make it look right. On a side note, while I'm just messing around with the walls here, when I was talking about my holiday house earlier, I forgot to mention that I have pictures up on my Twitter of pretty much the finished garden of it. And like last time, there's a link to that in the description. But anyway, the garden of the holiday house is definitely the most detailed, and, I really feel like it's the best garden I've done. So you can check out those pictures if you want to see. The pool in it looks awful, but I did redo it since then. But I'm not going to put any more pictures up of the house until, the video, because I don't want to give too much away. I want there to be some surprise when the house building video for it comes out. But I really like how it's coming along, and I actually feel like it may be my best house yet. But anyway, back to what I'm doing here. I decided to get rid of that paneling I had and do kind of a brick wall instead. So here I'm just trying to figure out the color to make it. I'm very indecisive when it comes to picking colors out sometimes, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with a warmer color or if I wanted to go with more of a gray type of color. so still trying to figure that out. From this angle, you get a really nice view of the living room as if you were a sim walking into it, and I'm pretty happy with how it's coming along so far. I changed the brick pattern to be kind of a smaller brick pattern because I felt like it was too big, so I ended up going with that brick pattern, and I felt like the curtains were too busy being that same, pattern as the pillows, especially with the bricks behind it. Like, that would have been fine if it was just a plain colored wall. So I'm just kind of changing them to be a little less busy by just making them more of a white color. And I might change them a little bit more the next episode. Like, maybe I'll just make them red again. And here I just felt like there needed to be something next to the couch, so I placed a little plant in there. Well, here you have the pretty much completed living room. I hope you guys like how it looks so far. And this is the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and bye!